It never ceases to amaze you when people become, quote, shameful and embarrassed of the situations that they do when they get caught. And John Gruden is no different. John Gruden has spoke publicly for the first time regarding his whole email scandal with then Washington Redskins owner and then himself, between the cheerleaders and personal staff and all that other stuff. And they also exchange pictures and that kind of thing. And I'm going to go off quotes here. John Gruden said, and I quote, "I am ashamed about what has come out of these emails, and I'll make no excuses for it." He said, "It's shameful, but I am a good person. I believe that. I go to church. I've been married for 31 years. I've got 3 great boys. I still love football. I made some mistakes, but I don't think anybody in here hasn't. And I just ask for forgiveness, and hopefully I get it another shot." So, first things first. We are never really ashamed, shameful. Those are all words that John Gruden said, until we get caught. We are never that way until we get caught. This happened years ago. Was he not ashamed and shameful of those emails years ago? Maybe. Why did he come out and say, like, hey, you know what? I may have said some things in the past, but we aren't going to discuss this. But basically, I said some things and I'm ashamed of it, and hopefully it never sees the light of day. Would any good person probably come out and say that? Probably not. But in a man of his stature, coming out and saying all this stuff now, why didn't you say this a couple years ago, man? Or what? It was about this time last season, right, when everything first came out. John Gruden is officially suing the NFL for singling him out in this thing, which I agree he should. There were thousands upon thousands upon thousands of emails, and John Gruden's the only one that said something bad. Come on. We're talking about the Washington Redskins, Commanders football team, whatever you want to call it. There was some bad stuff happening in those emails, and John Gruden only got singled out. Is it because the Las Vegas Raiders were doing good? Is it because the NFL has it out for Al Davis still, even after years after he's passed? Possibly. John Gruden just now the GOAT. He's not the GOAT, but the what's the word I'm looking for? Damn it, where's Combs when I need him? The scapegoat. Scapegoat, right? Whatever it's called. Anyways, in the end, John Gruden messed up. He said he's sorry. Forgive him. Give the man a coaching job, right? Combsy, cue that intro.
You don't want to be every time, no. I would like to personally welcome you to Man Hour After Dark. Say that thing. While I bring you the host, Mike, Buck, and Cone. You know who's coming to the stage. Sports talk than what you about to hear right here. I second that.
Go. You know that it's us when we talking about sports. Giving you facts on the field to the core. Tune in, we need the support. 1 hour too short, then listen some more. On all your stations, not dropping no music. Stripes like Adidas, but Nike just do it. Down 4 in the 4th, we go for the win. Michael 2 seconds, we taking it in. Buck, Mike, and Combs, you know what's going on. Man, now we're After Dark, no LA, we the big spark. No 4th and inches won't cut short. Got the best talking, it's all sports. Buzzing more than buzzer beaters. We coming live, all 3 speaks go.
And what is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Buckhouse here with the Man Hour. Be sure to head over to manhourradio.com. Check out the merchandise page, and of course, take away the block section as well. We got live, raw, and cut contact over there 24 hours a day, 6 days a week, 7 days a week, 6 days a week. How many days are in a week? I don't know. I'm half asleep. I'm just kidding. I am wide awake, guys. We are here for an awesome show tonight. This is live, raw, uncut sports talk right here at youtube.com/Man Hour. If you guys haven't done so already, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and vote on the poll that is happening right now. Is Lamar Jackson worth the $250 million contract that he is asking for? Simple yes or no question. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. It would be fantastic if you guys could let us know, because I am curious. Right now we're sitting at a 50-50 poll, so we are split. 100% split. We got the man, the myth, the legend, Alpha Rob in the chat. What is up, Alpha Rob? He says, what's up, Buck? And I say, what is up, Alpha Rob? Bills Mafia, go Bills go, as they say. Jump through some tables, throw some ketchup on it. It is what it is. Joe's Drunk Dad is in the chat. He says, hello, everyone. Hello, Joe's Drunk Dad. Hope you're having a grand night. And of course, Titan the Truth says, what's up, good sir? What is up, Titans and the Truth? If you guys have not checked out that YouTube channel, go over and check it out. Puts out good content. It is fabulous over there. But like I said, if you guys are new here, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Like the YouTube channel as well. Hit that bell icon as we are live 4 days a week, 8 p.m. East Coast time. And of course, we're uploading all those clips throughout the day as well. ManHourRadio.com is where all the magic happens with all the blogs. And of course, behind the scenes footage. It is Tuesday. Normally, Colmsy isn't here, but Colmsy decided he wants to take a day off. I don't know. He doesn't have power or something. Apparently, you have to have power to run a computer. But hey, who knows? Who knew that? But it is Tuesday, so we do if and then on Tuesday. So if you guys have an if and then question, basically is cut and dry. You say, if XYZ happens, and then Buck, at man_Buck on the old Twitter machine, gives you the then answer. I got 5 of them written down right here for tonight. We're going to talk Lamar Jackson. We're going to talk Beastie's crap top 10 list. Absolutely terrible. The Panthers, the playoff-bound team. The Eagles, a Super Bowl team. And preseason wins. We're not talking about practice. Not even practice. We're talking about preseason. All that much more, guys, coming up on the Man Hour. But it's time to get started, guys. It is time to get started tonight. Cut that intro music. We've heard enough gangster rap for a day. Actually, that's not gangster rap. If you guys are interested in downloading that song, it is on iTunes. You know, just check out Man Hour intro. Bada bing, bada boom. Help us any way you can. Sharing is caring. Be sure to vote, guys. Is Lamar Jackson worth $250 million contract? Because that is the first if and then question of the night. So as you guys know, Lamar Jackson is up for a contract extension. He's entering his 5th year in the league, and he has promised a Ravens Super Bowl by the 5th year in his league. And I don't see it happening anytime soon. The rumor is out there that he wants $250 million. As Mr. Evil says, $250 million, right? So the question is out there on the poll, is he worth $250 million? So the if and then question of the night, if the Baltimore Ravens pay Lamar Jackson $250 million, then they are doomed for failure. If the Baltimore Ravens give Lamar Jackson $250 million, they are effed. They said, bend over, F me with low lube at that point, because they're literally handcuffed. They are married to this guy for 5, 7, 8 more years with no help around him. Now, Lamar Jackson is a good, if not great, regular season quarterback. What he's done for you in January? 1 win? 1 win in 4 years? Congratulations. That is not worth $250 million, my man. You literally crumbled like a little $2 whore in January. I don't know if you're scared of the cold, you're scared of the pressure, or people just, they're better and they know how to defend you. How do you defend Lamar Jackson? Make him pass the ball 10 yards down the field. Bada bing, bada boom. See you later, alligator, right? So, if the Baltimore Ravens do end up giving Lamar Jackson this contract, Baltimore Ravens fans, you guys better say hello to mediocrity. 100% mediocrity. Because we saw it, about 5-6 years ago when the $100 million contract mean $1 million, right? Or mediocrity, I should say. Now it's a $250 million contract. When you sign that contract, you are screwing yourself basically financially for the next 5 or 6 years, and the Ravens can't afford that. Not because they're not, like, they don't have the money, like, physically afford it, but they literally cannot afford it. They need to bring players in to help Lamar Jackson. Who do they have? Legitly. Who do they have on the offensive side of the ball to legit help him? I'll wait. People in the chat, let me know. Is there anybody out there that legitly can help Lamar Jackson right now on the team? Colmsy has freaking Ravens ranked, I think it's 6 on his power rankings, or 7th. That's complete dog crap. We'll get into that later. But come on. Lamar Jackson, Mr. 1 playoff win himself. Yes, he has an MVP, and he's the most electric player in the world. Shut the fuck up. He's trash. He cannot pass the ball down the field. He's a great running back. I'll give him that. He is great at a 5-yard out. I'll give him that. He is great at maybe juking and diving and what, right? He is good at that. But what else is he good at? He has really good cornrows. He has really good sunglasses. He drives a nice car. He does give back to the community of Louisville. Like I do know he gives those book bags out to the West End every year. He's not a bad guy, just a bad quarterback. $250 million? Get out of here with that crap. We don't want to see it. We don't want to hear it. Lamar Jackson, sorry, man. You're not worth it. So the if and then statement of the night, if the Baltimore Ravens pay Lamar Jackson $250 million, they are doomed for failure. They are doomed for mediocrity. They are doomed to be the Buffalo Bills. There it is. Sorry, Alpha Rob. Sorry, man. But it is what it is. Next up. Beastie, my man, Brandon Combs, at @manhour_Combs, released his week 1 NFL power rankings. Obviously, week 1 is what, like 10 days away, I believe it is, 9 days away. And he does not have my Kansas City Chiefs in the top 10. Let me actually pull up his top 10. I should have pulled that up before. Let me go to the Instagram page there. Bada bing, bada boom. @manhour_sports on the old Instagram machine. Number 1, he does have the LA Rams. Number 2, Buffalo Bills. 3, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 3, Los Angeles Chargers. 5, the Raiders. 6, the Bengals. 7, the Cardinals. 8, the Ravens. 9, the Dallas Cowboys. And 10, the Minnesota Vikings. So, when we look at his power rankings, he does not have arguably one of the best teams in the NFL, if not the best team in the NFL, and that is the Kansas City Chiefs. So, if Brandon Beastie Combs leaves the Kansas City Chiefs out of the top 10 for one more week, then what? Then Beastie's power rankings are complete dog shit. No question about it. Like, how can you have a team that has won at least 4 straight division championships, made 4 straight playoffs, made 4 straight AFC championship games, and not a top 10 team going into week 1? All they done is got better in the offseason. Yes, they lost Tyreek Hill. I get it. Whatever. We added Juju. Hungry Juju. Going to light the people up. I got him on my fantasy team. You guys better watch out for Juju. You better draft that man. They still got Travis Kelce. They got MSV from the Green Bay Packers. He's going to show out. Still got McCole Hardman. Hell, picked up Sky Moore in the draft. Hell, we had to cut Josh Gordon, Rojo, Terrence Gore, all these players that could be very good factors on any other team, which they probably will end up getting picked up. So the Kansas City Chiefs not a top 10 team. Complete dog shit, man. Oh my God, Combs. How can your power rankings not have the best team in the NFL in your top 10? That's right. I said the Kansas City Chiefs are the best team in the NFL. Write it down, clip it, do whatever you want. They got better on the offensive side. They got hella better on the defensive side. They cut out Swartzen and Sherman and all those boys. Get out of town, go to Seattle or Saint Land. Yes, we lost to Honey Badger, but picked up Justin Reed. Just as good, just younger, more upside. Did damn good in the NFL draft in the cornerback realm. Come on. So you guys are telling me that the Kansas City Chiefs are not a top 10 team? Absolutely dog crap. No question about it. No question in my mind. Crap. Crap. Come on, Combs. You're better than that, man. You had the Chargers and Raiders up there, but not the Chiefs? Not the Chiefs? Come on, man. Jesus. Titans should be a top 10. And I disagree, my friend. These are not the best team in the NFL. Just my 2 cents. Oh, okay, Mr. King Henry's going to do everything for me. And then when he gets hurt, I have an excuse. Titans fan over there. I see what you're putting down. The Titans were a playoff team last year without King Henry. I agree to an extent. What's his face? Ryan Tannehill did have a great coming out party once King Henry did come out, or what he got hurt week 9, was it? Week 10? Can't remember. They stumbled like the next week, but then after that, Ryan Tannehill was a man, the myth, the legend, man. He was fucking good. Let's just be honest about it. But the Titans are not a top 10 team. Without King Henry being at least 100%, and we know he is not going to be 100% because he is a running back. Let's just be honest. The best he's feeling is right now. There's no question about it. Even after the first practice, like, man, I'm tired of carrying this team. The Titans are not a top 10 team. The Titans are not even the best team in the AFC South. The Titans are not even the second best team in the AFC South. Give me the Jaguars over them. Yeah. The Titans are third best team in the AFC South, and they'll be battling for last place with the Texans. And the Texans aren't that bad. Man, Ryan Tannehill is a head case right now. We saw it in the draft. He's like, "Oh, I'm not going to mentor nobody," rah, rah. And he said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just whatever," right? Come on. Titans are not a top 10 team. If the Colts are not a top 10 team, the Titans are not a top 10 team. Sorry, Titans and the truth. Vikings shouldn't even be close to a top 10 team. What? The Titans are the best team in the NFC North. Sorry. The Vikings are the best team in the NFC North. I misspoke there. Not the Titans, the Vikings. The Vikings are the best team in the NFC North. The Vikings are probably the most underrated team in all of NFL right now. Look at that offensive firepower that they have with the new system that they have in place. They are going to be deadly. Deadly. They're better than the Packers. They're better than the Lions. And hell, they're definitely better than Combsy's Bears. Like, no question about it. Hell, when we're looking at the NFC teams alone, they might be the fourth best team in the NFC. Behind the Cowboys, behind the 49ers, if Jimmy G is starting, but obviously he's not, right? We got to throw the Bucs up there. Got to throw the Eagles up there. Packers are kind of like a 4A, 4B type thing. So, I mean, the Vikings are good. Don't be sleeping on the Vikings, man. We will, once they start the season off 5-0, 6-0, like, oh, wait a second. Buck was right. Hold my beer. Exactly. Hold my beer, because the Vikings are damn good. Definitely underrated. They definitely deserve to be in the top 10. And actually, preseason 3 rankings, Combsy had the Packers at number 10 and the Vikings at like number 12 or 13, if I'm not mistaken. So he is starting to buy into him at like as well. So Vikings are getting up there, my man. Bills Mafia Buck upgraded their D-line with a 37-year-old Von Miller. Congratulations. Congratulations. Bills Mafia, you guys been riding the high train for like a little while. I understand how, for Rob, you are so glad that Josh Allen made the roster, right? I mean, I know that was kind of the running joke of all day. Oh, Josh Allen made the 53-man roster, which was stupid. 100% stupid. That was the dumbest tweet I've ever seen in my life. But they did upgrade their defensive line with the 35, 36-year-old vet that is injury hurt all the time. That's injury prone all the time. He didn't even want to be there. He wanted to go to Dallas. So you are telling me that you were happy with Von Miller and he didn't even want to be there? I'm just calling a spade a spade. He said he would have took less money to go to Dallas. What does that tell you? Alpha Rob, what does that tell you? Nobody wants to go to New York. Nobody wants to go to New York. I mean, why do you want to play in the snow? The minute it drops below like 40, Von Miller probably gets a hamstring tear. Calling it now. I never wish, injury on like anybody, and I'm not saying he's actually going to get hurt, but those little nagging injuries get a little bit more hurt when when it's below 40. I'm just saying. Just like my high school team right now, we are 1-1. Those Friday night injuries hurt a little bit more Monday when you lose. I'm just saying. Just saying. Titans Truth says, we'll debate this, my friend, that Titans are not a top 10 team. I'm all for it. I am all for it. When my Kansas City Chiefs, that's my world champion Royals hat. I don't have my Super Bowl hat here, but once you beat my Chiefs, man, we can debate it. Alpha Rob says, no team with Ryan Tannehill as a quarterback is a top 10 team. False. Ryan Tannehill is just like Derek Carr. Overlooked and underrated, and he's ever since Ryan Tannehill left Miami underneath crappy old Ryan Gase, became the starter in Tennessee, he has improved each and every year. He has gotten better. He has gotten more stable. And we saw last year, like, hey, he can throw the damn ball pretty damn good when King Henry isn't around. I'm going to actually, you know what? I'm going to say this for the record. I've been thinking it for a little while, and I'm finally going to say it. The Tennessee Titans are a better team without Derrick Henry on the field. They are a lot more balanced. They look a lot more explosive on the offensive side, and they look like they're loose and free and playing with like energy. When Derrick Henry is in there, we all know what they're going to do. Turn, hand the ball left, hand the ball right. Oh, let's see this, yada, yada, yada. Okay, awesome. With Derrick Henry out last year, we saw the true potential of the Tennessee Titans, and they are pretty damn good. Ryan Tannehill, pretty damn good. So the Tennessee Titans right now are a top 10 team without Derrick Henry on the field. How about that? There you go. There's your hot take of the day, and those are complete facts. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me Ryan Tannehill did not look better without Derrick Henry on the field. Tell me that I'm wrong that A.J. Brown did not look better without Derrick Henry on the field. Yes, I know he's on a tie now, but let's look back from last year. Tell me that I'm wrong that two-headed monster in the backfield looked a hell of a lot more explosive than Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is a good running back. He is a top 10 running back. But the Tennessee Titans are blah with him on the field. It is what it is. He lost that playoff game versus Cincy. Did he? Or did the Tennessee Titans rely on Derrick Henry too much when he wasn't healthy? How about that one? When Derrick Henry came back after sitting out 9 games, and they were rolling, they were clicking, and I think they only lost 2 games when he was out, right? They look pretty good. Bring it back in, kind of blah again. I'm just saying. Titans Drew said they got to be the first place Packers. They got to be the Packers first. The Packers got to be first. Packers suck. No, they don't, but they're not going to get first this year. Von Miller didn't want to be in Buffalo because he was taking Dak or Josh Allen. That's why. I'm confused by that. My man Trent's in the chat. What is up? Man, my chair is all types of effed up. It keeps falling on me. Trent says, the AFC is up for grabs this year. So many good teams. You are not wrong, Trent. Trent is a Ravens fan. And I can tell you one of the teams that are not favorable in the AFC is the freaking Ravens. Good God, the Ravens are going to be so bad this year. So bad. First round pick, here we come. I'm totally kidding. They'll probably be a 500 team, so like 8-9, 7-10, that type of record. But you are right. The AFC is definitely up for grabs between probably 5 teams. We'll put the Buffalo Bills in there because Alpha Rob, I'd like to stroke his ego a little bit, even though they're first round exit. We got the Kansas City Chiefs. We got the Chargers. Who else we got? We got the Patriots. I'm kidding. The Patriots are going to be 5-12 this season. Who else we got in the AFC realm? We got Chargers, Chiefs, Bills, Steelers. Let's not sleep on the Steelers. Steelers are going to be pretty good, especially if they decide to start Kenny Pickett week 1 and let him grow through the season or trade for Jimmy G still. Who else we got? East. Let's take the South. It's Colts. Colts are probably legit Super Bowl contenders now. West, we already got that. And the North. Yeah, so, I mean, there's probably 5 or 6 teams that are legit, probably really good Super Bowl contenders. I definitely get that. And, yeah, the NFC is definitely up for grabs, but it's coming through Kansas City. Let's just be honest about it. Drew's in the chat. What's up, Drew? I see you, big guy. Howdy, y'alls. And Titan True says, that's not a bad take. Definitely less predictable. Oh, my God. Did we just become best friends? Do we both agree that Derrick Henry is kind of overrated? I'm just saying. Found my best friend. Bengals will suck. Steelers defense could win some games. The Bengals do not suck. Okay, Trent. So Trent, the Bengals do not suck, but they're definitely not this powerhouse team that everybody tries to make them out to be. Let's flash back to the 2022 NFL season, or sorry, the 2021 NFL season. The Bengals were 10-7, sliding into the playoffs because they had to win their last game to get in, if I'm not mistaken, right? And they struggled versus the Raiders. Was it the Raiders that they barely beat, like 16-13 or 17-13? They struggled against the Titans, 16-13, last second field goal by Evan Money. Yes, they did dominate the Kansas City Chiefs, my Kansas City Chiefs, and then they fumbled in the Super Bowl. The Bengals are not terrible, but they're not this powerhouse team like everybody likes to say. Steelers defense is definitely a top 10 defense in the league, but do not sleep on the Steelers offense. Chase Claypool could have a coming out party this year. Najee Harris will have a coming out party this year. Najee Harris will probably be one of the top running backs in the league, probably if not the best running back in the league. Najee Harris is going to be a man, the myth, the legend this season. Look out for Najee Harris. But the Steelers are definitely going to probably win that division. It is going through Pittsburgh, especially since the Deshaun Watson is out for, 11 games, right? So now, if Baker Mayfield or Deshaun Watson were in Cleveland, it all goes through Cleveland. Cleveland is built to win right now. And obviously, Jacoby Brissett isn't the answer, and they cut Josh Rosen, which was a mistake. But hey, whatever. It is what it is. Next up on the list here, if and then statement. All right, guys, every Tuesday we do if and then. You guys drop the if question, and I answer with the then. Next one up. Carolina Panthers have officially named their starter in Baker Mayfield. And ironically, Sam Darnold got hurt like the very next day, right? Coincidence? I think not. But if the Carolina Panthers are a playoff-bound team, then what? Then let me take some notes out of Combs' book here. The course was right, or whatever he says, right? Basically, the Carolina Panthers are a damn good team. I've said it before, I'm sticking to it, and I'm going to ride that ship until it sinks. And even when it sinks, I'm going to try to put the flotation device on it and bring it up and hope and praise to God that it works. Baker Mayfield will lead the Carolina Panthers to the playoffs. The Carolina Panthers are a well-rounded team, especially with CMC in there. They are damn good. Let's flash back to last season. Sam Darnold, not a very good quarterback, as we are seeing, right? I mean, he lost his starting job not once but twice last season, and then lost it again this season, as I'm looking for their schedule. There it is. So they started 4-1 last year, 4-2, and people were saying, oh, playoff team, Super Bowl, yada, 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 and then CMC got hurt and the wheels fell off. So, especially if CMC is healthy, we know how tough son of a bitch that Baker Mayfield is. They are getting receivers. They just traded for one in Chenault, or have you say that guy's name. Plus, they have Robbie Anderson and a plethora of other receivers. Their receiver room is getting packed, and their schedule is not too shabby, right? Open up at home versus the Browns, and they got the Giants, and the Saints. That's gonna be a good game. But then the Cardinals come to town. San Francisco comes to town. And then you got the Falcons twice. You got the Broncos. You got the Seahawks, the Lions. So, I mean, they definitely have a pretty favorable 500 schedule there. So, if they can sneak out a win versus the Bucs or versus the Saints, or maybe upset the Bengals or, Ravens even, they are definitely a playoff-bound team. So, if the Carolina Panthers make the playoffs, Baker Mayfield was the answer all along. Baker Mayfield should have never been cut from Cleveland or traded from Cleveland. They're dumb for that. Plus, the Carolina Panthers fans have a pretty good defense. And Matt Rule has to win this season. If Matt Rule repeats another 5-12 or 4-13 record, man, I don't know. Getting pretty dicey there in old Charlotte, North Carolina. Just calling a spade a spade. Better step up, my man. Trent, I see your question there. Do you think the Broncos or the Dolphins will have a better season? So obviously this season there are some big moves on both of those teams, right, Trent? The Broncos got Russell plus a couple other guys. Miami Dolphins got Tyreek Hill. Now, who has the better team in my eyes? The Denver Broncos have a better team in my eyes. They were literally probably a good quarterback away, keyword there, a good quarterback away from probably being a playoff team, if not a Super Bowl contending team. Russell Wilson was not the answer in Denver whatsoever. You don't want a 36-year-old quarterback to really muster that young team. You needed a young face. You needed like a Jimmy G type of guy. Now, Tyreek Hill, very prolific receiver in Kansas City. The jury's still out. Did Patrick Mahomes make him the receiver that he is now, or was he that all along? Now, I know Combs, I know the stats. He had like a couple 1,000-yard seasons before Patrick Mahomes got there with Alex Smith. But let's just be honest. Alex Smith is better than Tua. Patrick Mahomes and Alex Smith are hands and shoulders above Tua. And we've all seen the past where the opening play, Tua's like, hey, go deep, and Tyreek Hill, I throw it to you. Well, he underthrew it, and Tyreek Hill made a hell of a catch. So, when we look at the schedules, the Miami Dolphins have a hell of a lot easier schedule than the Denver Broncos. When I say that, they play the Jets, they play the Lions, they play the Bears, they play the Texans, and then they play the Jets again. Right there is 4 easy-ass wins. And then they got a couple cross-the-country games and like whatnot. Then we look at the Denver Broncos schedule. Obviously, they play the Chiefs, Chargers, and Raiders all twice. But then they play the Seahawks, Houston, and then the Jets, then the Jaguars. The Jaguars are kind of up in the air. We don't know where they're going to be. Panthers, are they going to be good or bad, right? We don't know yet. But then they got the Cardinals, Ravens, Chiefs, Rams, etc. So who will have the better season? By default, Miami will have the better season. But the better team will be the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos will look better on film, better on Sundays, better in the overall stat category besides the wins and losses. Miami Dolphins might get, 6, 7, 8 wins, but they're not going to look very good. They're just going to kind of be that team like, how the hell did you get 7 wins, right? How did you get eight wins? So the Miami Dolphins will have a better season in the win-loss category, but the Broncos are the better team. So I'm kind of waffling around the answer, but the Dolphins will have the better season as far as win-losses go there for you, Trent. So there we go. Alpha Rob says the Panthers defense should make the playoffs. The Panthers defense is very good. I don't ever since what's his face retired, was it Luke Kuechly? Man, I have not been following the Panthers defense as closely as I was a huge Luke Kuechly fan. I modeled my game after his, I freaking loved him. But Shaq Thomas, pretty damn good. Damian Wilson, wow, I didn't know he was there. Xavier Woods, okay. Yeah, I mean, this defense is definitely kind of star-studded, like a little bit. I don't know who this Matthew Andonis guy is. He is a 5th-round pick in 2016. 28 years old, 6'3", 305. Good gravy, 305. Good luck blocking that fool. Sheesh, man. The Dolphins have a better team. Tua is the problem. So you are correct to an extent. Because I like the Broncos' defense better than the Dolphins' defense. Offense head-to-head, they're probably got to give the Dolphins head on that. But Tua is so much worse than Russ in this category that he will definitely bring the team down, but somehow they'll find ways to win. I don't know. Miami's deck and secondary is pretty good. I've been hearing good things about the Miami defense. Who's that white boy that they have like a dirty little SOB? Who was that guy? I'm trying to think of his name. He's like a safety or something. Byron Jones, Javen Holland, Brandon Jones, Javier Howard. Is he not even on there anymore? Maybe he was a linebacker. I can't remember. It was like number 44. He was a dirty little bitch. But I have not watched enough Miami Dolphins football to make that assumption that the secondary is good because these are names that I don't know, and I don't know how they play. So, Alpha Rob, you could be 100% right. You definitely seen the Miami Dolphins play in person more than I have, being a Buffalo Bills fan, but it is what it is. Obviously, I think the Miami Dolphins will have a better season. We're going to end the poll here, and with 9 votes tonight, Lamar Jackson worth $250 million. 55% of you guys said no. So we are almost kind of split even. So 55% said no. I'm saying no as well. He's definitely not worth the $250 million whatsoever. The next if and then question of the night. Obviously, the Philadelphia Eagles had a great draft. They picked up A.J. Brown in the draft for a first overall pick. Jalen Hurts is looking good. The defense is looking good. And the NFC West is not as strong as years past. There also hasn't been a repeat championship since the Eagles in the division championship since 2003, 2004. I think it was. So, if the Philadelphia Eagles are legit Super Bowl contenders, then what, Buck? If the Philadelphia Eagles are legit Super Bowl contenders, then Jalen Hurts is the answer. Jalen Hurts is the quarterback that everybody has been hyping him up to be, because we've seen Jalen Hurts kind of stumble through the last couple seasons and being he doesn't look good, and people are just keep saying, oh, he's improving every week. He's improving like every week. And me as a passive watcher of the Eagles, I don't really study the Eagles much as I should, but on the outside looking in, I don't see that he's improved at all or even got better. So if the Eagles are legit Super Bowl contenders, then Jalen Hurts is the answer. It's simple as that. Everything relies on his shoulders. It is not the coaching staff. It is not the defense. It is not the receiver core. It is not the running back, the O-line, the kicker, the punter, whatever. It is all Jalen Hurts at the end of the day. Because they got rid of Carson Wentz to make Jalen Hurts the man. They do have Mr. Mustache Man himself there, which Gardner Minshew, complete bozo of a person, and a football player and a human being. So obviously Jalen Hurts has to be the guy. So if the Eagles are a legit Super Bowl contender, then Jalen Hurts is the man. A.J. Brown is going to have 1,500 yards this season. The Eagles' defense is going to have to pitch out a couple shutouts. The Eagles are just going to have to be a damn good team. Well, their schedule's easy. So hopefully they can figure a few things out. But Jalen Hurts has to be the man. Well, looking at their schedule, it is easy. Sheesh. Open up with the Detroit Lions, which Ford Field's a hard place to play, right? And then they got the Vikings on, what's that, Monday Night Football? The Commanders. Are the Commanders going to be any good this year? I don't know. Jacksonville, trash. Cardinals, trash. Cowboys are Super Bowl caliber. Steelers, Super Bowl caliber. Then Washington, Commanders. Titans, blah. Giants, Bears. Giants, sheesh. Right there, 7 wins. I mean, I guess they were a 9-win team last year. So to be improved, you got to get 10, right? Do I see 10 wins? Give me 11. I got Giants twice. Got the Bears. Got the Cowboys once. They always beat the Cowboys once. We'll give them the Commanders twice. Right there, 6, right? We'll give them a beat of the Cardinals, Jaguars, and Dolphins. There's 9. So they're definitely a playoff caliber team. Hurts is in the Tua situation. Good team, but suspect quarterback. Yeah, you are exactly right. Let's look at Jalen Hurts' stats from last year. I don't want that. I want the stats. Come on, Man Hour Radio. Give me some good stats. There you go. Jalen Hurts. Bada bing, bada boom. They didn't even have a third-string quarterback. That's odd. So last season, he was 61% completion rated, 3,100 yards, 16 touchdowns to 9 interceptions. So if he can bump those touchdowns up to 20, interceptions down about 7 or 6, I mean, those stats actually aren't that bad. I mean, he could definitely improve on accuracy a little bit, take away a couple interceptions, add a couple touchdowns. We're looking at probably MVP caliber there, right? Because if you add a couple touchdowns, take away a couple interceptions, there's probably a good 600 yards. So we're looking at 3,600 yards. I mean, I agree to an extent that he is a suspect quarterback. Maybe he just needs to prove himself. Like, this is a proving year for him because what he is, we're going into his third year now, right? Second year, 20. He's going into his third year. So this is kind of a make or break it year for this man, right? I mean, 24 years old, and he is definitely in a make it or break it year because Gardner Minshew is chomping at the bits to get in there. Speaking of the Baltimore Ravens, the Baltimore Ravens won 21 straight preseason NFL games just the other week. Did they win last week? I don't know. It could be 22 now. Who knows? Who really cares? With that being said, if preseason games matter, then what? If preseason games matter, then the Detroit Lions are Super Bowl contenders. I said it. I see 1.40 in the chat. I had to poke that goat a little bit. What is ASMR? Is that like where they like? I speak softly into the microphone and do the. Is that what ASMR is? Is that really soothing to people? Like, does that really like relax you? I'm going to talk football now, and we're going to talk about how the Bears went undefeated in the preseason, and they really love how the Ravens are 22-0 in the last 6 years in the playoffs or the preseason. Who cares about freaking preseason football? The only thing that matters for preseason football is for those rookies and a couple second, third-year players that are scratching and clawing to make a team. Or the veterans that are trying to make a team that end up getting cut. Sony Michel, there's a lot of veterans that are getting cut that I'm kind of surprised about, right? Josh Gordon got cut by the Chiefs, so there you go, 1.40. Pick up my man, Josh Gordon. Let him smoke some weed in Detroit. Let's see how that goes. But preseason is a complete waste of time. I'm more worried about joint practices. We talked about this. Give me some joint practices on TV. Let me see Aaron Donald swing that helmet across what's-his-face's face. Let me crush that helmet over and over and over. Come on. Who cares about freaking preseason? Who cares? Did you see the Jets celebrate after a game-winning touchdown versus the Giants' last preseason game? I did not, because I could give two shits less about fucking preseason, especially fourth quarter. Especially Jets versus Giants? Who the F is watching that game? Good God. But, Alpha Rob, I do understand why they were celebrating that game-winning touchdown, because those players that are on the field were probably players that are never going to see an NFL field again. So I definitely respect that aspect of it, because I have been in that situation before where I'm kind of in like a scrimmage or a preseason game, and I know that I'm not going to like be on the roster or in the final cuts. So I'm giving it all to really showcase my talents for like a different team. And of course, I'm going to celebrate that. So I definitely understand why they were celebrating that game-winning touchdown, because, hell, at the end of the day, to those players that are on the field in the fourth quarter in the preseason game, it doesn't matter if it's preseason, if it's joint practice. Hell, it could be the NFL draft when they're playing Madden. These guys are literally scratching and clawing to every ounce of NFL football that they could possibly get, and a lot of them, that was their last game. So I definitely understand the celebration of that aspect, and I definitely respect it. So I've been there. You know, my last season as an indoor football player, we had a preseason game versus some no-name team, and we were walking over them like 80-0, like it was stupid, right? But I knew like my body physically just could not hold up to a season, and this was like probably the last time I was ever going to strap on the pad. So I enjoyed every minute of it, like hitting the kid into the wall over and over, even when we're up like 80-0. Like I enjoyed every second of it, just because like, hey, this could literally be the last time I ever strap on the pads, and it is a bad feeling to have. but it's also a good feeling to have. Like you're kind of like at peace knowing like, hey, like this is it. I want to soak it in. I want to see the people dunking beer on me because they're pissed off. Oh, fuck you, Buck, whatever. Right? Yeah, like I get it. Like, I mean, it's definitely cool. One Pride 40 says, well, at least preseason is over. Thank God. One Pride 40. You should be hoping that preseason lasts for another 3 weeks. So the Lions don't look very good, my man. I've been on this Lions bandwagon for the last 2 seasons, but this year, next year you'll be all right. You'll be all right. Trade DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift needs to go in Detroit. DeAndre Swift needs to go somewhere. Detroit is not the answer for DeAndre Swift. I'm just putting it out there. You guys need to pick up Terrence Gore or pick up Sony Michel. Somebody besides DeAndre Swift. Because for whatever reason, like, it's just, he's not working in there. Don't know. Combsy Jr. in chat. Man Hour Nation. Oh, sorry. Man Hour Nation. This is AMSMR session. 8:46 p.m. East Coast time. You know how it is. He says I'm kind of late. LOL. At least your girlfriend's not late. At least your girlfriend's not late, Combsy Jr. Come on. You know better than that. Don't be a dummy. Come on your tummy. Bros, one time bro says, bro, we getting 7 dubs this season. I hope so. I hope so for like my dad's sakes and my coworkers' sakes, because I work for Ford and they're all like, my Bears fan. Shut your mouth, that horse. So let's look at the Lions schedule. I'm actually going to re-break down the schedules again, probably or late this week, and we'll put it in podcast form. So they play the Eagles, Commanders, Vikings, Seahawks. Vikings are good. It's at Vikings. Possibly could beat the Commanders, Philadelphia Eagles. That's kind of a toss-up. I'll give you that one. So we're going to start the season 2-3. Seahawks coming to town. There's 3 wins. Lose to the Patriots, lose to the Cowboys, beat the Dolphins, F those Dolphins. Lose to the Cowboys, lose to the Bears the first time because at the Bears. Beat the Giants, lose to Buffalo. You'll beat Jacksonville, lose to the Vikings again, beat the Jets. Right there, 7. Hell yeah. Then you beat the Bears again. I mean, there's 8. And Carolina, last 3 weeks of the season, Christmas Eve, is CMC playing? I don't know. I could see 9 wins. I mean, I'll break it down on podcast later this week, so be sure to jump on to the Man Hour podcast, guys. You can download it on Spotify. Link is in the description. But I could see 9 wins. I ain't mad at you. Wild card berth. A lot better than 13-1 last year. As long as you guys keep the Ravens kicker off the field, you'll be all right. Do you guys even play the Ravens? No, we don't play the Ravens. You're good. Are you a Bears fan? No, I am not a Bears fan. Combsy is a Bears fan. I am a Chiefs fan. KC Chiefs all day. KC Mo, born and raised. She's here. LOL. We sleeping the Bears. Pull out those brooms, baby. The Lions wish they could sweep the Bears. Probably. I mean, everybody wishes they could sweep a division opponent. I'm just putting it out there. Dude, the Bears will be happy out of last place. So, One Pride 40. You haven't been here for like a little while. But Beasty, my co-host, Beasty Combs, at @manhour_Combs on the old Twitter machine, says that the Bears will have 8 wins this season. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but he said 8 or 9 wins, right, for the Bears is not out of reach. So, do we have a Manscaped shave bet happening? Man Hour is brought to you by Manscaped, guys. Head over to manscaped.com. Use promo code ManHour. Save yourself 20% and free shipping on all orders. So, One Pride 40. I'm going to do a bet for you and Combs. You said the Lions will have 7 dubs, and Combs said the Bears will have 7 to 8 dubs. How about this? Whoever gets to 7 dubs first, the loser has to shave their head. Are you in on that bet, One Pride 40? Let me know in the comments, and we'll hook you up with some Manscaped shave gear on me, on Buck Nasty. I will give you the lawnmower 4.0 firmly on me. He says pass. Come on, man. Come on. What kind of bet would you like? Would you like a we don't do money bets here on Man Hour because I think that is just completely stupid. It is all fun and games though. He says I'll change my logo to a Bears logo though for 2 weeks. How about the what's that hot like is it called the one chip challenge? Is that where like the hottest chip and you gotta like eat it? You gotta like can't drink anything for like 20 minutes or something. Let's do that. But I understand. But we will take that bet because he knows he won't get seven wins. Spot on, Junior. Spot on. So if the Lions get to 7 dubs first, what does Combs have to do? One pride 40. Does he need to wear like a Lions jersey on the air for 2 weeks? I mean, does that seem fair? Guys, let me know in the comments. Does that seem fair? Combs has to wear a Lions jersey on air for 2 weeks if the Lions get 7 dubs before the Bears. And if the Bears get 7 dubs before the Lions, One Pride 40 will put the Bear logo on his thing. On his thumbnail, whatever it's called. Not have another kid. He better got the snip. So, am I ashamed for making Combs bets without him being here? I don't know. Whatever. We'll have to get him a Bears jersey because I could see 9 wins for the Lions. Honestly, they do have a pretty favorable schedule. Let's just be honest. But guys, that is going to be it for tonight. If and Then Tuesday is in the books. Next Tuesday, guys, if you guys got an if and then question, hit me up on Twitter at manhour_buck, or of course you can join us live at youtube.com/manhour at 8 p.m. East Coast time. And pop those if and then questions in there. Simply say, hey, if the Lions win 7 games, then what? Then Jared Goff is the answer, and he's there for 10 more years, baby. Maybe not. Man Hour Nation, rise up.